Good Monday. I'm Chris Vogt. This is Monday Morning Jolt. Let's get started. Sharona?
Good morning. Today we have Deb Berg. Deb Berg, I saw her at I saw her car that she's performing 7 tests on your arteries, and then I called her, and to my surprise, she said, I work at the truck stop. My business is in the truck stop. So I said, why? And then she said, it's because the people who drive trucks are most prone to heart attacks, so she has to have her business there so that she can test them, right? Without going further, Deb, tell us what you do. What kind of tests that you're performing, and tell us what you do.
Well, to put it bluntly, or get it all in one perspective, is I teach people how to live till they die. At the truck stop, I was invited to come there a little over 2 years ago because I had, a friend of mine used to work there doing nutritional things and massage therapy. So I was invited to come there because truck drivers are heart attacks waiting to happen, is what I call them. And I just was going to do that for about 2 weeks. And when I got there, never being around truck drivers before, I actually am licensed in funeral planning, and I had done that for 14 years. So took this heart test myself several years ago and flunked it bad. I call myself a wellness junkie because I take care of my health. In the last, I'd say 10 years, I realized what makes people sick. And so when I took the heart test and flunked it, I got real interested. A long story short, I ended up buying a machine, hiring a registered nurse, and she got cancer after a few months of starting to do the screenings for me. So I had to get certified on the machine myself, was invited to the truck stop because of the nature of those truck drivers' health. And after 2 weeks of doing it, realized I was going to quit my job and go full-time doing this for the truck drivers. I cannot believe the results that I've had. I also have products that help truck drivers, but the main thing I do is teach wellness there. And then I have products that help with what they have.
And one of the products that I use from you is this Cardio for Life, which was designed, and it came to the picture out of a Nobel Prize winner, right?
Yeah, Dr. Louis Ignarro spent 32 years of his life studying the #1 killer, which is heart disease. And again, we need to understand that in America, out of 79 nations, heart disease is the #1 killer. It's a silent killer. 50% of the population will die from it, only because of lack of knowledge. It's totally preventable, reversible, and stoppable. But yet, most of us will die from it. And heart disease is not just heart attacks. It's strokes. It's diabetes. When you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or diabetes, and even in men, impotence, and most men after 50 are struggling with that. It's all blockage in the arteries. It's lack of blood flow. The Bible does teach us life's in the blood, not just spiritually, but physically too. Blood carries every nutrition to our cells to take it to our body to use it in our organs, and it has to be broken down. Arginine is an amino acid. It's a protein that does that. It dilates the arteries. They call it a vasodilator so that the blood can get through. So it's like, I always tell the truck drivers, it's like Viagra in the whole cardiovascular system. It literally,
So you're taking Viagra.
it literally, when you put life in your blood and the arteries open, it's like Niagara Falls of nutrition hitting every part of your body. So you see better, you think better, you are aware of everything, you sleep better, you perform better in every sense. That's why every fitness center in the nation knows what L-arginine is.
Yeah. And if someone who's listening to this do a web search about this, they'll find tremendous amount of information on the web about what this does, what nitrous oxide does, and all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, they won Nobel Prizes proving that this will literally reverse heart disease. I mean, there's a book out called The Cardio Cure. There's No More Heart Disease. It's all about arginine. I mean, it's such I call it a magic potion because it is so phenomenal, the results we get at the truck stop. And mostly because most of those guys are already, I always just say they're taking time bombs. And they say there's 2 kinds of people after 50. If you eat the standard American diet of animal products and cooked foods as 80% of your diet, which most of us do, we were brought up that way, by 50 there's 2 kinds of people, those that have heart disease and those that don't know they have heart disease. And the symptoms, just if I may say one more thing, are high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and again, impotence in men. And those are not your problem. They're a symptom.
One of the things that I have heard that women has impotence too nowadays, right?
Every disorder in our society, whether it's rage, whether it's depression, whether it's even marriage problems, like, you know, if you have ADD or you're schizophrenic or you're bipolar, it all comes from what we're putting in our mouth. It's sad, but there's so much you could say about that, but it takes more time.
Well, yeah, I'm going to change up this question a little bit. We usually ask how you start off your Mondays or how you kick off your, but how can people start? How can they take the step? Because the hardest thing to do when you're wanting to make a change is figuring out how to make that change. So if everybody wanted to start their Monday by starting off their week by changing their lifestyle to be a healthier lifestyle, what steps could they take that would be, you know, the baby steps there? Because it's hard, it's not easy, otherwise we'd all be running around like both studs.
The first thing I would say is it doesn't even matter what day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. I know you've heard that, but everything that we do, I had something in my mind to say when you was asking me that. Everything is nutrition. You have to put the right nutrition, but you got to get the education. Most people do not know what they don't know.
So get educated.
Well, you have to understand about your body. You have to understand what your body needs. And there's three things that you have to do. You have to get the right nutrition in your body. First, it's the education to know what that right nutrition is, because we've been taught wrong. We got to deprogram. We got to break away from the bad habits that we've gotten. So first thing is nutrition. If you're not sitting in an organic garden eating green beans and carrots when you're hungry, you better be on a supplement. But the second thing is, so that would be the second thing. First thing, nutrition. Fruits, nuts, seeds, beans, and vegetables is what your body needs to make you think, walk, talk, and see. We are created to live till we die. Walk and talk and think and see until the end of our life. Fulfilling a purpose. But if we're not putting the right fuel in the tank, that's a truck driver term I use, this engine can't run right, so we're not going to think correctly. The second thing is to the supplements, and the third thing would be exercise. So it's those three things. It's very simple, but yet people don't understand. So what I do at the truck stop is I educate them first. I don't just come in and say, yeah, buy this, it'll fix everything, because it doesn't. But if you come in and let me have 10 minutes of your time, 10 minutes of your time is all I need, and I can change your thought pattern.
See, one of the things that too is like we pay so much attention to what we put in our cars, our furnace, our house, what kind of roof do we have, all these external
Feeding
things.
our pets.
Feeding our pets, we worry so much about those things, whether we are making the right choice. But when it comes to our body, we'll just like shove it in.
That's right.
So
that's right. When we get up in the morning, it's you know, if you don't take care of you, you know, my theory, if I may say this real quick, my theory is, and I believe this with all my heart, love God first with all your heart, soul, mind, and body, and love your neighbors yourself. That means self is second. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You need to take care of it so you can love your neighbor. Neighbor is who's ever in front of you at that day. It's not just your family. So it's God first, body. If you look at you in the mirror, you are created in God's image. So to take care of that body so you can love your neighbor is your purpose in life. And you would ask every day, how can I fulfill that purpose to do that? Well, first you have to start taking care of you. Because like I said, God created you. He knows what you need in your body, and it's all nutrition.
And what adage or motto do you live by?
My motto that I live by, to fulfill the purpose I was created for. To fulfill the purpose I was created for, and every day that's a different purpose. And it's education, and mine is to educate people on what to put in their bodies, because that's the whole key. Mind and body and spirit.
And superpower?
Question being?
What if you could choose anything?
to be like a superpower, like flying or thinking or
time
traveling or
healing.
To get the message out on TV and internet, to give me 10 minutes on the TV and internet to speak to the world. That would all I would need.
That's great.
This is part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
How about, you said that you went through life change yourself as far as being, not necessarily living a healthy lifestyle and not living a healthy lifestyle.
Being in the single business, yeah.
And now you're trying to catch them before they get that far, right? In the funeral.
Trying to help them live till they die.
That's right. What, is there anything that would surprise you?
That would surprise me.
Surprise people
About you.
sorry.
I don't care what people think. I am out on a mission to get the word out, and some will listen, some won't. It's not about me. It is not about me at all.
So how do people get hold of you?
Well, I do work at the Fort Wayne truck stop. I do heart screenings there daily. I'm there 7 days a week. I'm on call all the time. My number is 260-704-1286 if they need to call me. I do have a website, and my email address is coldheartfacts@gmail.com. And I have a website, coldheartfacts.net, that they can look on about this product that we're talking about.
So we would like to thank you for coming today and educating us, because we are going through this phase of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and
New
Year's, and all this
New
stuff
Year
is coming.
resolutions.
And we would like to thank the audience for listening. This is Monday Morning Jolt. Use it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.